ET Sirians.
Michael posted on Wednesday, May 21, 2003, 8:54 a.m.
Dear Billy, regarding the humans created to protect the Sirians eons ago, how is possible that their spirit forms were developed enough that the humans could be functional as soldiers? In other words, doesn't it take millions of years of evolution to attain the necessary level of evolution, abilities, intelligence, etc.? It would seem that a lot of evolution was skipped over. And if the average indigenous Earth human spirit form is tens of millions of years old, how is that possible if human life on Earth is far more recent? Also, in other words, how where could these spirit forms have evolved, if indeed they are so much older than when human life actually first appeared and developed on Earth?
Answer: the Sirians did create those fighting aggressive people from human beings of old peoples of the Henoch lineage. They did not use new spirit forms for their genetic project. They did manipulate normal human beings who already had many prior incarnations, reaching farther back than the point of time when human life emerged on Earth.
Norm posted on Sunday, June 26, 2005, 7:26 p.m.
Hi, Billy. I was under the impression all the negative eights were gone. So I was shocked to read that Sirian ETs influenced an assassination attempt on you. What is the Sirian ET's agenda?
Answer: the threat of the Sirians, the black men of ET origin, is a thing of the past, because in 1998, the Pleiaren have installed effective countermeasures, so they are not able to attack Billy anymore.
Truth Seeker posted January 2009.
Greetings, Billy. Now, just to comment on something regarding the final removal of the MIBs, along with all traces of there being ancient artifacts existing on Mars by the Sirian ETs back in 2006. I've been giving this a lot of thought lately, and I feel the Sirians did the right thing, along with making the right decisions in removing all traces of these ancient artifacts, because I think this would also prevent any Secret Service group from any one country in getting their hands on it first, who likely would have destroyed the truth themselves as they enforce further their UFO cover-ups of the truth here on Earth. However, a friend of mine has also warned me that ETs removing too much supporting evidence, which supports the truth of your communications with ET forms of life, can actually cause harm to the overall mission of Figu in pushing it into a more religious direction, rather than allowing Earth human beings from discovering certain truths for themselves as confirmations relating to humanity's ancient past. The good news, of course, being that the MIBs will no longer be standing in the way of any further UFO disclosures if and when this happens. Therefore, it would seem to me that the Sirian ETs are not quite finished here yet in what they may have to do. This is because I suspect the MIBs may have played a large part in not only influencing the UFO cover-up in various countries, but also regarding the xenophobia initiated by global Secret Service groups, aimed at instilling the fear of ETs into the world populace. So, if the Sirian ETs want to eliminate all of the past influence of the MIBs done here on Earth, then I think they are going to have to help initiate like a UFO disclosure themselves. Something that would be just enough, which the mass media could not avoid, which would also be harmless enough to capture people's interest in UFOs, such as like an appearance of large UFOs that appear all over the world for about 30 minutes and then disappear again, like that which has happened over Mexico City. And then sometime after that, they can initiate contact with small groups of selected individuals who would take them seriously, which over time can work itself towards an open public contact. They can contact Richard C. Hoagland, who has dedicated a good portion of his life to the investigation of the monuments on Mars, which are now no longer there.
And then there is the ancient manipulation of our genes.
I think we need the Sirians ET's help to finally undo and correct the problem, since this had involved ancient MIB creator overlords. But the general populace, I think, also needs to become more aware of the problem before it can ever be corrected. It would appear as though this ancient gene manipulation is partly responsible for the development of various confusions and mental illnesses in people's thinking here on Earth, such as psychosis to schizophrenia, which for some reason appears to be present to some degree in the vast majority of the Earth human population with impaired reason. So my question is, would you or someone be able to bring all this to the Sirian ET's attention so that they can finish helping to correct all which is being manipulated by the MIBs to us here on Earth? May 2009 be a good one for you and everyone else. James Truthseeker.
Answer. Such thoughts are on the same silly level as all of those people who are blaming today's Germans of the crimes that the Nazis did during World War II and before. The Sirians of today are not responsible for the actions that were done thousands of years ago by their ancestors. The genetic manipulation must be corrected by our scientists through our own research.